Hi there, guys. How you guys all doing? Here I am, Jaspreet Bell, on behalf of Quintessence Market. I'm going to talk about a trade that we called out. In fact, we posted a chart for the public and also for the Quintessence Market members. I'm going to talk about that chart and go into detail about how it worked out. So basically, before we get started, this is quintessencemarket.com. If you scroll down below, go into the blog. Okay, if you go to the blog, and you'll see where you can sign up for the free weekly newsletter or whatever educational content that Quintessence Market put out. Okay, so let's talk about that trade. Okay, so what we're looking at is a weekly chart of ES. So before I talk about the trade, let me show you the chart that I posted on Facebook, StockTwits, Twitter, and Quintessence Market also posted on their chat room, etc., etc. So this was the chart that was posted, that was available to everybody who wanted to get access to it. Okay, we talked about, did a little bit of analysis on the very simple but easy to understand analysis on gold, S&P 500 futures. All these are all futures, 6E, euro dollar, and crude oil. Since I'm just kind of focusing on the ES, because I'm going to show you the proof of it, that how it was called and how it kind of worked out. Okay, so let me just zoom in here. Okay, so in here, this was what was that was posted to the public. We talked about how S&P weekly candle was finally making a lower low, which was this candle right in here, and on top of that, which was most important, was it was making a bearish shear engulfing candle at the resistance. And if you guys been watching my analysis that I've been putting out for weeks or days, and I said, okay, I'm not bearish, okay, till I see somewhat of a bearish signal, then I'll say, okay, we're going bearish. Okay, so as you could clearly see, we had a bearish engulfing candle, and this was what really was posted for the public. If you want to, because a lot of public, you might be a lot of traders looking at the chart, and sometimes you look at so many things that you don't look at the bigger picture of the market, which is S&P 500. So I was just wanting to put it out so that people who are long all the way from down or anywhere in here, are not even long in S&P 500 futures or SPY, or even any stocks that you were long, you could say, okay, it's time to take some profits off it. It's time to basically scale it out or be out of the position as whole by giving this kind of very short analysis. Okay, we're getting a bearish engulfing at a resistance. Let's get ready for it. Let's get ready if the move comes to downside, and that will tell me, okay, I need to be out of the trade. Okay, so what I'm going to show you in here, I'm going to pause, I'm going to put up the other chart, and I'll show you what we exactly put it out for the QM members. Okay, so this is what I have written a few days ago. Okay, this was I want to say maybe Saturday or Sunday when I did the analysis. Of course, the market was closed, so that's when I did the analysis. So this was what everybody got. Okay, and on top of that, this is what I added for the members who really wanted to find out if there's an opportunity and they can tackle it or not. It's totally up to them. I majorly trade crude oil or gold. Sometimes I trade ES, but that's my kind of my niche that I'm good at, trading the crude oil or gold. But I've also traded ES, and I could have got in here, but I didn't, but which is totally fine. So this was a shorting opportunity that was also alerted to them. 2076 to 2080. This was an area where if you wanted to go short on a reversal, yes, you had a very nice chance to go short. Use high of bearish engulfing candle as a guide to the stop. Again, you can use that as a guide. You don't have to. You can use your stop based on however you want. And also, I talked about watch for the break of the trend line, with the immediate trend being up. Again, as a trader, as a scalper, I don't really care what the trend is, up or down, because when you're scalping, all you want is a 1, 2, 3 to 4 points, and that's it. You're done. And For that, you really need to get into smallest time frames, 30 minutes or 3 minutes, to see if there's a scalping opportunities there. But when you're doing analysis as whole, and you have to step back a little bit and tell yourself, okay, or ask yourself, what is that you're doing? Okay, are you shorting? If you're shorting, where are you shorting? Are you looking at the immediate trend? So even with the bearish engulfing, am I a bear? Yes, only for the time being. Okay, only for the time being till it comes down to the support. But my bigger perspective comes from, few weeks to even months, which is bullish. Okay, only because I'm looking at this immediate trend and I'm seeing, okay, I'm bullish. All the price is doing, what it's telling me right now is pulling back. Okay, if it pulls back more to a point where I'm proven wrong, that's when I can say I'm completely bearish at that point. But I am still bullish. What I'm doing is that I can take scalps to longs or the shorts, but I need to see where my good support is. Okay, in fact, I'm giving it out in this video, as you can see this support box in here. Okay, and if you are bullish, you don't need to just get in anywhere. Okay, you need to find a decent support. So that's where your bigger picture or swing trading, to not really long-term trading, but more like a swing trading. Where is my swing is going to end, or where is the swing high is going to start? This is going to be a swing to the low, swing possibly to the high, but I need to define where my support is. Okay, that's why you need to know what is your immediate trend. My immediate trend was up. Of course, I'm at a resistance, right? But it doesn't mean that I'm going to be totally bearish all the way, because I'm going to say, I see all these charts where people are drawing all these Batman figures and diamonds and hawk and all that. And really, I mean, it's just totally fine with what they're doing, but I want to go step by step. I want to see what the candle is telling me. I want to see where my support is. I'm not going to say, okay, I'm shooting for 1800. There is no way I'm going to say I'm shooting for 1800, because first, what does it really need to do? It needs to clear 2000, right? It needs to clear 1920. If it doesn't do that, how can I say, okay, we're going down to 1800? That's just totally speculative, right? Based on some diagram, or based on some, some sort of, drawings that you can, map here and there, Fibonacci, whatever it is, right? It doesn't really matter. If you're good at it, stick with that. But my goal is to point out what I see and how I can act on it, right? If, let's just say, if I'm short, okay, I can be short, and if it doesn't give me a signal to go up from here, I can still be short, right? But I need to know where my support is. So if there is a bounce, it might be even here. And if there is no bounce, hey, the big institutions are going to tell me, right? If there is bounce, obviously the prices are going to go up. I might see a reversal in an hourly or 4-hourly chart. If I don't, obviously there is no bounce in there, right? So I can still remain bearish, and then I can say, okay, it broke the 2000 level. What's the next support? Next support, 1920. Okay, let's shoot for 1920. If that breaks, what's the next one? 1800. So I'm not gonna just say prices are gonna go to 1800. No, that's just totally speculative. I'm gonna say if it does this, then I do that. It's all about a programming language, right? I don't know what language that I took. It was a long time ago. C++ or something like if then. You have to have a statement, and you have to have some kind of a proof, backing up that statement. If that happens, then this is gonna happen, right? So anyways, not to take you off the topic here, but this was what we're talking about in here. Shorting opportunity here. Then I said with immediate trend being up, nearest decent support is around 1994 to 2009. This is what I labeled out in here, okay? So I'm going to take to the chart. Okay, I'm going to take to chart 2076 to 2082, okay? So these are the lines in here. As you can see, I'm looking at a weekly chart. I'm going to go right into an hourly chart, okay? And the shaded area is your overnight session, okay, which hold not a whole lot of volatility, not a whole lot of volume. As you could clearly see, there's no volume at all. volume picked up during the regular session, which was this, so boom, it goes up in here. Look to the left, right? Look to the left, lot of resistance, right? So as a trader, there's a lot of resistance here, right? As you can see, that's a lot of resistance. But as a trader, as a skilled trader, you need to know what really is pure resistance, what really is pure support. So this is where, you know, years and years of skills come into play. It doesn't come overnight, but when you try to realize where really support and where supply and demand, it's actually not a support and resistance. It's more of a supply and demand, even though they change each other, and they're almost to a point where, okay, you can call support or equals to demand, but there's a little bit more to demand. Okay, there's a little bit more to resistance, which is equal supply, and but it's an eye to see, okay, where is pure supply or where is pure demand. Okay, so this was pure supply in here, 2076, 2082. Again, didn't make that up. It happened right in here. Call that during the weekend on Saturday, Sunday, whatever, and sure enough, the price actually did go, which was your 5 second, which was yesterday. Price came up in here, and in fact, I had an alert in here. Okay, I had an alert. In fact, I had an alert in a 2077 something, like 2078. Didn't trigger. I was looking at it, and by the time I looked at it, it was to the downside because it was the end of the day, right? This is your overnight session. But sure enough, if this wasn't there, price gapped all the way from down in here. So that's a huge move to the downside, and you can say that is what you call a true supply, right? That is what you call it, where prices are going to go to the downside based on the risk reward ratio. This was your risk. Okay, prices could have turned up, prices actually could have kept going up and even up in here, then reverse, which is totally fine, because what you're doing, you look for reversal, and reversal is in here. If you don't know how to look at the reversal, that's where you need to acquire more technical skills. But the reversal raised right in this area, but sure enough, the prices turned to the downside and trade work. And similarly, there's another charts posted on a CL, GC, 6C, etc., and they're all working out pretty good. CL, I talked about. In fact, I gave it to you as well. Okay, this was CL. Watch for this weekly support in here. See if there's a bounce out of here. Okay, that's an area. It doesn't. That's just a line. But I did more than in the other slides. As you can go back and pause and see what's in there. But the whole point is, hanging out with somebody who knows what they're doing. Okay, and don't hang out with somebody. Okay, I'm gonna call it 20 cents or 30 cents trade, and I'm trading 10,000 stocks. Okay, guys, try to understand. Okay, if somebody's trading 10,000 stocks, they're taking 20-30 cents. That's bullshit. Okay, I'm sorry, but that is bullshit. You know why? Is because I'm not able to trade 10,000 stocks. Okay, and there are a lot of normal people that can't trade 5,000, 6,000, or 10,000 stocks. Okay, that's because that's the nature of it, right? Nobody's gonna, if you're making this for a living. Okay, if you're doing this for a living, then you can, okay, I'm going to trade 5,000, 10,000 stocks. But if you're just a regular day trader, you maybe 500, maybe 1,000 at max, right? I mean, I don't know if if I talk to a lot of friends, a lot of traders, they'll say, okay, I'll trade 5,000. I mean, I trade 500,000. So then, if you times it by 20 cents, that's nothing, right? That's nothing. So try to learn from the people who are in this business and who've been doing it for a while, and they can prove you that, what, we don't just call 20 cents 30 cent trades, we call massive trades. Okay, we call something that goes on and on and on, and you can move your stops, not just, okay, I'm calling a trader and I'm all out. That's just that person. She could be saying, okay, I'm out, but not everybody trades like her. Okay, not everybody trading like her or him, because their comfort risk level is totally different. So don't go for that bullshit. Okay, go for something that is legit. Okay, that is based on true technical analysis, not something, okay, I'm out 7 cents, I'm out 10 cents, I'm out, and more than that, don't trade penny stocks. Okay, don't trade penny stocks because that they're trying to create volatility. Think about it, right? I mean, I have a post on Facebook how these services are trying to create a volatility because they have members, right? They can easily create volatility on a low priced, on a small cap stock. Because think about it, I mean, that's just a little controversial issue, but we'll talk about it sometime. It's in my Facebook group. Okay, so let's just finish it here, and hopefully there was a learning lesson about learning the technical analysis in the right way. Okay, and the funny part about it is that the QM offered a Quintessence Market gave a free trial, right? Free 2 to 3 week trial. Tell them, hey, Jazz sent you. Maybe they'll give you another week, maybe 3 weeks or something. So if you were in the trial, you should have got that. And if you didn't, it was posted on the chat room. So try to see what is the right service. These guys are calling Amin. He is the let's go back in here. He is a founder, and he just showed me this guy. He just showed me a trade. I believe it's AUD USD, something like that. I'm sorry because I don't trade forex, but over 200 pips. Okay, over 200 pips and still running. It was a short call which was sent out, and he showed me a proof of it. Okay, that's not something not made up. So he showed me a proof of it that it was called 200 pips. Okay, and these guys are calling or giving signals that can make a month, okay, if you're doing it the right way, okay, because the stops are small, but you gotta let the winners run. And that was one of the nice things that I got to see, where that winner was just a runner, okay, still running. I forgot which one was it, but just go in here, send them an email or something, and they have a chat room. Then they have a signal service, trade signals, mostly forex, okay, and they do talk also about futures also, which is where I kind of come in, and they are the only one I'm working with right now. Everything else was just bullshit, okay, not working with anybody else, but because they seem legit, so I have joined hands with Quintessence Market. So try them out and see if it's something that you could benefit from. Okay, it's try them out. You don't have to sign up or anything, because I speak of services highly because I've tried them. The services I don't, personally, I just leave them. Okay, I don't care the reimbursement or whatever it is. I just leave them because I don't believe in it. Okay, and that's what I did. I left the other one because it was all bullshit, and this one is actually something that I can value, okay, that I can vouch for. Okay, so take care, guys. I'll talk to you later. Bye.